This course was developed with software developers in mind, and our main objective is to get you started with machine learning and specifically deep learning as quickly as possible using TensorFlow. Machine learning can be very math heavy. And the reason for this is that machine learning has evolved very rapidly in just a couple of years. It was important you knew all of this technical stuff to create machine learning systems. In this course, though, we'll use TensorFlow and Keras, its high-level API. And these very nicely encapsulate much of the complexity, so you don't need to know all of that stuff to get started with machine learning. Therefore, this course aims at keeping things as simple as possible without going into the heavy math and technical details behind the machine learning, so you as a developer can get started with machine learning as quickly as possible.
In fact, this course is developed by software developers for software developers. However, if you're interested in the underlying math and the technical details, we will provide links where you can explore these topics in more detail as you go along the course.
By the end of this first section, you'll have an intuitive understanding of how deep learning neural networks work, and you'll be able to build and train your own deep neural network. But machine learning doesn't stop at just training neural networks. For them to be usable, you also want to put them into production. Therefore, later in this course, you'll also learn how to deploy your model on a different platform. For example, we'll use TensorFlow Lite to create mobile apps on Android and iOS devices, and TensorFlow JS to make them run in web browsers. So let's get started.